Good morning. So today we're going to explore the idea of slowing down to speed up. Slowing down to speed up, which is actually one of my favorite tricks when I'm making videos. I was in a mastermind for my business group yesterday, and we'll be in it today. And Angie Lee, who is just so funny, she's an Instagram influencer. She came on and talked about Reels, Instagram Reels, and she said, speeding things up actually makes a video funnier, which is true. But what I found is that slowing it down right before you speed it up actually creates more tension. And then it creates more hilarity, really, because what we're going for is funny. But the idea of slowing down to speed up actually came to me about 2 weeks ago when I was coaching in the leadership group, HCL 21, and I'm co captaining. And one of the other coaches was handling something, and all of a sudden I was texting her, and all of a sudden I wrote to her, "Slow down to speed up." I was like, "Wow, that's good. Where'd that come from?" And I talked to her on the phone the next day, and she's like, "It's so funny you said that because that's what I always say to myself. That's what I always say." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. So you evoked it out of me. So more proof, you guys, that we're like connected and there's energy flowing. It did not come from me. It was like her source reminding her, but it's also going to serve us today too." So the concept of slowing down to speed up. How often do you rush through your effing day, and then at the end of it, you're like, I didn't get anything done? Or you rush through your day and maybe you sacrifice some of the fun things that you wanted to do, or you didn't meditate, or you didn't work out. And the idea of this is so simple, but it's so difficult for us, especially people who are entrepreneurs. But I would even say, like, if you're working in the corporate world, um, I know when I worked in corporate, I worked in support for a long time. And I would like just hammer out my list because there was always a list, right, of things to get completed. And I started to get burned out before I shifted. And as I was starting to get burned out, I was slowing down. And I was like, oh my God, like if I let this sit overnight, what's gonna happen? And like, am I gonna get fired? Is this client gonna get mad? You guys, 9 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, if I left something, if I slowed down and just left it for the night, so let's say someone came in, in the afternoon, in the morning, it would 9 times out of 10 be resolved. It would take care of itself. It didn't need me hammering on it. So I hope you guys hear what I'm saying here, because in our lives, we so easily go to the doing. And I talk about the be do have a lot. So this is another exploration of the flip side of it. So a lot of times we think, okay, I need to be doing, doing, doing in order to have what I want, in order to be who I want to be. But really, this concept of slowing down and being who you want to be first is actually going to get you all of those things that you want. Um, so a couple ways to slow down, pretty obvious ways. And if you guys can comment, I would love to hear some of your ideas before I share mine. But there's another really beautiful thing about slowing down that I think a lot of us, especially Americans, but I know there's other cultures like the Japanese, this idea of proving ourselves through doing, like, what do you do? Instead of asking someone, who are you? We ask so often, what do you do? And a lot of people are like, I used to hate that question when I still don't really like love it. I'm actually, because I'm not what I do at all. I'm not like, the person I am isn't necessarily the person I am. It doesn't, like, the person I am isn't just like who makes the money, right? And like we're so conditioned to go there. Like, what do you do to make money is really the question. But it's like, who are you? For you? Well, I'm Keelan, and I'm an artist, and I'm a dog mom, and I'm a soda. Significant other has dad's attentions, and name we came up with um, for Darren's daughter, whose birthday it is today. Happy birthday, Darian! You beautiful, magnetic, gorgeous soul. She's 23 today. Anyways, I go off on a tangent, but the point is that we are not just the people who make the money. We are moms, dads, grandmothers, aunties, uncles, right? Community members in service of churches. So when we slow down to really think about what are the things that bring us joy, what are the things that really connect us, right? I used to love when my mom baked. She was an amazing baker. She was an okay cook, and she would totally agree with this. Like, I loved her cooking, but she knew, like, she was a great cook. Like, my dad was, like, a really, like, loved gourmet chef, but she was an amazing baker. But if someone asked her, "Who are you?" She would never say, "I'm a baker." Even when she owned a juice shop and she was making baked goods to sell, even when she, like, actually was a baker. But it brought her so much joy, like, making, jam and baking bread, and, like, she loved that, but she never allowed herself to identify fully with that because there's that stigma of, "Well, you don't make money off of it," and even when she did, she didn't. So, what I'm inviting you guys today to do is to slow down, and I promise you, when you start to slow down and you start to savor the moments of joy, and FYI, I'm talking to myself right now too. When we start to slow down, things will speed up, and when I say speed up, I mean things will start speeding up in the direction you really wanna go. Because when you're slowing down and you're clear and you're focused on what you want and what your vision is, that's when things start to snowball in really, really beautiful, yummy ways. So whoever had to hear this today, I hope it supports you. Take some time today. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, take a walk by yourself. Like, I've got my dogs, right? And you guys, I think, have seen the trails behind my house, and I love those trails. And sometimes I feel guilty because, like, I just wanna walk by myself, right? And they're like, "Why aren't you taking us?" But sometimes I just get to have that alone time. Or I'll go on a car ride by myself, right? Or I'll just go sit in my window. I have a, like, windowsill. I'll just sit there by myself. So the idea is to take some time for yourself. Slow down, breathe, daydream maybe a little bit. Oh my god. 10, 20 minutes. Who has time for that? Well, if you are thinking that right now, you do. You do. Your health actually probably depends on it. So, today, slow down to speed up. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I love it when you guys watch the replay and send some nuggets. And in the meantime, I will be a little bit, what will I be? Tomorrow, I will actually, how am I going to do this? I have a call at 6 a.m. So, okay, I'm going to come on early. So I will be early at 5:50 tomorrow. We'll do the live. And then we are reading today. Darren and I will be doing a read. I got new books. Yeah. My friend Bonnie Chan's husband writes children's books, so we just got a new set of kids' books. So we're going to be reading one today, Oliver and the Octo Helmet. We're going to read it noon Pacific. So if you're catching the replay, I put the link in here for that too. I love you guys. Have a great day. Slow down to speed up. See you later. Bye.